Hey, how is everyone doing? Jeff C here. It is Sunday, August the 18th. And Saturdays, it was yesterday, it was Saturday, tend to be the day where a lot of sports are on TV. And yesterday was a day where I ended up watching, well, my share of sports for the week. Starting with football, going into soccer, and culminating into the mixed martial arts UFC event that was on television on Fox last night, or Fox 1, or whatever the hell that is. I watched it on a Canadian affiliate, and it was good fights all around, pretty good entertainment. But that's not what I'm here about. I'm sure if you are like me and you like to watch sports, there is unfortunately one terrible, terrible thing that has to go with it, and that is commercials. So, one of the commercials that I've noticed during several sports events, all I watch is sports, I don't watch anything else, right? I watch hockey in the wintertime, MMA, soccer, if there's a good match on. That's about it. But there was this Coca-Cola commercial that I'm sure you've probably seen before. Coca-Cola security cameras. Big Game Commercial 2013. That's the YouTube title of this commercial. There's actually a longer version of this commercial, but I'm going to show the one that they kept showing last night and come back and talk about it. So let's take a look at this. Supertramp. Alright, so there you go. I don't know if you're like me, but as soon as I saw this commercial, I actually saw this commercial probably a month or two ago. Saw it again several times last night, and I saw a bunch of other ones too that I definitely want to get around to analyzing. One of the reasons I hate commercials so much is because they are the ultimate mindfucks. I mean, the whole purpose of a 30-second or 60-second commercial is to manipulate you into buying their product or whatever they're selling. So, very few corporations in the world have been as successful as Coca-Cola, and we can judge their success by the size of the average waistline in North America, right? Coca-Cola is a very evil corporation. They use Monsanto GMO corn sugar in all their beverages. It's cheaper, it makes people addicted, makes them stupider, all these other reasons too, right? And here is the commercial. Now, this can be analyzed in several ways. Now, first of all, the latest trend, I guess you could say, it's been a long trend there, the reality TV. Obviously, on YouTube, the viral video is a huge thing. So this is kind of an aping of the viral video. It's a very extremely cheap commercial for Coca-Cola to produce, I imagine, because they really probably didn't have to pay people. I don't know if they paid these people involved. It's the undertone of this commercial that is deeply sinister, and which immediately jumped out at me. And this is what they do, and this is how they do it. They are trying to condition you that it's great to have cameras everywhere, because not only are security cameras capturing criminals, but they're capturing, you know, sweet innocent couples stealing a kiss. We're probably hoping that there's no camera watching them as they do their kiss. This could be in a Muslim country for all we know, and they could face jail or even worse. There's the security camera, right? And people stealing kisses. Here we have the music addicts, the fellow dancing to the buskers in a public square somewhere, looks like Europe, by judging by the type of metro here. Maybe it's Paris, who knows. Honest pickpockets. Well, there's nobody pickpocketed because a pickpocket is somebody who steals from someone's pocket. What happened is a woman dropped her wallet or her purse and a fellow picked it up. I mean, I don't know how many times I've done that in my life. That's what most people do. Most people are good, right? But if you watch TV, you're going to forget about it, obviously. Um, Potato chip dealers. So this guy is being a good Samaritan because he went into the store and is giving the bum, that's not a nice word, the homeless man, or presumably homeless man, a bag of potato chips. Well, you might as well be giving him a pack of cigarettes because it's hardly nutritious, right? But I don't want to digress here. Attacks of friendship. I guess these people hug or whatever. And unexpected firemen. Car is on fire, someone runs out, does something heroic. Then you have the graffiti artist, peaceful warriors. This is graffiti, right? This, if you were doing this, and this is like a new building, you know, you'd be rightfully arrested. It doesn't matter what you're writing, right? Peace, right? Whatever. And then finally, it's the Coca-Cola, being at the Coca-Cola machine. Let's look at the world a little differently. And then you get the multi-images, which grow into more images here. And then there's an infinite amount of images that make up the Coca-Cola bottle. This is very disturbing for me. Very, very disturbing. We are here, they are selling the Big Brother surveillance world to the people. They're saying, isn't it just wonderful that you are being watched all the time, everywhere, right? It's a conditioning that is happening with our media. And I saw this in several examples of commercials, and I can't really remember the other ones that I saw at the moment. But I've seen this whenever I watch sports events. It's one of these things that I've noticed that has been creeping into advertising. Probably been there a lot longer than I've realized because I hardly ever watch television. But this is the world that they're selling you. Let's look at the world a little bit differently means let's look at the surveillance state a little bit differently. Let's look at the NSA a little bit differently. Isn't it nice that not only do we capture criminals with these cameras, although they don't even mention that in this commercial, but they imply it in the opening stanza, that we capture all these wonderful moments, right? These wonderful moments that everyone can share and pass around. There was an Apple commercial, which I thought was quite well done. The Apple commercial had people with iPhones sharing moments together, children, lovers, friends, you know, and showing, you know, people how wonderful it is to have an iPhone, right? And that every moment, every golden moment is captured. I remember as a kid going to concerts, and we used to hold up lighters during the, you know, the ballads and stuff like that for a rock show or whatever, right? You go to concerts now, and most people are holding up phones, and they're videotaping the moment that they're supposed to be enjoying. But because they have their hands on their camera and they're so concerned about getting the best image possible, they are actually losing the moment. They're losing the moment in order to replay the moment that is already gone, right? Because you have to be there to experience it, to understand it and feel it. I'm preaching to the converted when I say that the virtual sort of world that most people are living in is an illusion, and it is not happiness. You will never get happiness from your iPhone. You will never get happiness from you know, having these things, having all these apps, having all these things. They don't do that. If they're functional, then they can provide you with function, but they'll never replace the warm ship of having people around you and having genuinely fun moments without the camera. Now it seems almost impossible to go anywhere without having people record everything that's going on. And what Coca-Cola is trying to tell you is that this is a great thing. This is a wonderful thing. Of course, now we've got Google glasses, right? We're going to have, in no time, everyone walking around with cameras all the time. And these corporations are trying to sell us the idea that this is really good. This is great. This will make your life better. This will make you happier. And it's a complete and utter lie. And what it's doing, ultimately, is it's ushering in the police state, the surveillance state, which is here. It's here, it's all around us, and it's extremely dangerous. And when I see advertising, I cut through it. It's like I'm like a hot knife cutting through warm butter, right? I see it instantly for what it is. And I've always been like that. It's just a gift of mine, I guess. Just having an overly cynical mind and hating, absolutely hating commercials from, I studied marketing way back when, and it's nothing but a giant mind fuck, right? And we're constantly telling people all the time through television that you're not happy enough, you're not good enough, you don't look well enough, you're not sleeping well enough, you need to watch more TV, you need to buy this product, basically. And so we have Coca-Cola now telling us to open happiness. What a lie that is, right? What a crazy, insane lie that is. How we have gone on this channel about soft drinks, glucose, fructose, high fructose corn sugar, the obesity epidemic that is destroying the hells of millions, if not billions, across the world. I think now, officially, there's more obese people than there are starving people. So I don't know what the number is exactly, but it's in the billions. It's over 1 billion. And there's a direct correlation between soft drinks and obesity. Wherever American culture has invaded, so does obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, all these horrible things that come with the Coca-Colas and McDonald's of the world. Open happiness. You know, you're best to open it and pour it down a drain. You're best never to drink Coca-Cola. Or, you know, you drink Coca-Cola once a month or once a week or something, and it's not going to do anything to you. But they don't want that. They want you drinking it all the time. And that's why they put it in all the schools, or at least they used to do that. They put it everywhere. It's the first thing you see when you walk into a convenience store. And just about any building, that public building, will have these machines. And we're heading. It's so stupid to say that we're heading towards the Orwellian state of George Orwell, the 1984. No, we're already there. We're already there. Let's look at the world a little differently. The message here is clear. Let's accept and embrace the surveillance state, because ultimately it's good. That's exactly what this commercial is all about. And it's the opposite of what people should do. People should be throwing away their cell phones. Most people don't need a cell phone. I've never owned a cell phone, and I never will. And it's because I'm an artist, and there's no way I want people interrupting my thoughts. I see people who can't even walk down a street without having their phone in front of them or talking on the phone. Do you know how fucking horribly annoying it is to be in a shopping mall and to hear someone else having a conversation? A one-way conversation, and they always talk 3 or 4 times louder than they normally do because they think the person can't hear them because of all the noise in the background, and they subject everybody else to their conversation. And of course, on the phone, on the buses, the transit, the trains, it's the same thing. We talked about it before, how on the trains nobody talks like you used to get on a train back in the 80s and the 90s before all this shit came around, and everybody would be talking. Not everybody, but most people would be talking. Some people would be reading their books, some people would be reading their papers and stuff like that, but everybody would share some words. How you doing? Hello. Is this seat taken? Whatever. Now nobody talks. Everybody's plugged into their device, and there is no more communication between strangers. And this is what they are selling. They don't want you to be talking. They want you plugged in all the time. They want you addicted to viral videos. They want these videos to be used, or they are using them to convince you that isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't the world a wonderful place? Because we have cameras everywhere, we're able to capture all these moments. Your privacy is gone now. And thanks to the Bilderberg type corporations like Coca-Cola, who are killing people by the millions, giving them horrible diseases like diabetes, heart disease, cancers, all kinds of things. Everything nasty that people are getting now is coming directly from these multinational super Bilderberg corporations. And now they're trying to sell you the surveillance state. And that's where we're at. Let's look at the world a little differently. Yeah, let's look at the world a little bit differently. Let's turn our back on all these corporations for good. Let's never ever reward them with anything. Never buy their products again. Find out every product that they make and never buy anything from them. And let's shut these corporations down before they take us over completely. Have a great one.